Hey, it's Dan the Mortgage Man. If you own property, you would have received a form in the mail recently that is called the Notice of Change in Assessed Value. Okay? What that form is it's not a tax bill, right? The form even says it's not a tax bill. So it's not a tax bill. So a lot of times people take that form and they just throw it away because they think, oh, it's not a tax bill. I don't need to have this information for anything. And I don't really know what it means, so I'm going to chuck it, right? Well, I'm going to tell you what that form means. I'm going to tell you why you need to look at it. What that form is telling you, it is telling you what you're going to have your property taxes calculated off of in regards to your taxable value. What I mean by that is you'll normally see that there's something on there that shows what your taxable value was for 2017, and then there's now a column that shows you what your taxable value is going to be for 2018. That taxable value is a number that is used to compute what your property taxes are going to be for this coming year. If that number has changed by more than a couple of $1,000s and you have an escrow account as part of your mortgage, it is important for you to make sure that you let your mortgage lender know that that change was more than a few $1,000s, because if you don't do that, there is a high probability that what your lender is collecting in escrow for taxes is going to end up being incorrect. Now, that dollar amount being incorrect can lead to some different problems down the road in regards to your escrow account and your monthly payment. So you can head off a lot of potential issues just by looking at that form. You may not think it means much, but let me tell you, it really does. So if it's a change of more than probably $3,000 to $5,000, it's probably worth getting in contact with your lender just to make sure that we have your escrow account set up correctly, okay? Now, that is really especially true if you bought your house in 2017 or if you built a brand new house in 2017, because you're likely going to see a pretty decent change from one year to the other, and we just want to make sure that we have enough money in your escrow account to cover any taxes that are going to come due, okay? Now, there's a second part to that form that you need to be looking at, and that second part has to do with what's called Homestead, and it's going to show a percentage of the property that is claimed as your primary homestead or as homestead, okay? Why does that matter to you? It matters because if that is your primary residence, the house that you live in and it's your primary residence and it's a single family residence, that number should be 100% homestead. If it's not 100% homestead, let's say it's 0% homestead, that means that you're going to be taxed at what's called the non-homestead property tax rate. And that non-homestead property tax rate is significantly higher than if it is your homestead. So if that property is a property that you live in as your primary residence and you occupy and it's your homestead, it's really important that you file for homestead on that property. And if it shows as 0% homestead, that means that the city or township is not recognizing that as your primary residence or homestead, which means come tax time, you're going to pay a much higher property tax bill than what you would have needed to pay if you had filed for homestead. Now, keep in mind, there's some deadlines to filing for homestead as well too, right? So it's really important that if that's the case, that you actually get in and get that form filed right away. Most of the time, the title company is pretty good at catching that stuff, but there are times where it's missed. And this is especially true if you built a brand new house and got your certificate of occupancy and you finished your house in 2017. It is really important that you pay attention to this, because if you don't do that, you will be taxed at a non-homestead rate, and that's going to be a huge difference to you come tax time. So you want to look at what the taxable value is, and you want to make sure that your homestead is being reflected properly if it is your primary residence. Those are two great ways to make sure that you save yourself some money in property taxes. Hey, I'm Dan Morales. Dan the Mortgage Man is what I go by. You can find me online at danmorales.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com. My phone number is 616-931-4629. And then my email address, of course, is just dan@danmorales.com. But hey, do me a favor, share this video with other people, your friends and family. It's important for them to make sure that they understand what that form means, because it's going to help to protect them from paying too much in property taxes. And it's always a good thing when you can avoid paying too much in taxes, right? Hey, if you ever need a mortgage, I'm your guy. Hit me up. Again, Dan Morales at North Point Bank. NMLS number is 709729. And of course, North Point Bank is an equal housing lender. Have a great day. Hey, it's Dan. Thanks for watching this video. Do me a huge favor, would you? If you enjoy the content of this video and some of the other ones that I've put together for you, do me a favor, please like the video, comment, and make sure you share it with somebody who could benefit from the information. Thanks for watching.